Hi. Hey, everyone. We're live.
Hello.
We have 20 minutes to talk to you guys tonight. I'm Katrina Harrell, co-founder of the Launch Project, and
I'm Zakia Bryant, the other half of the Launch Project.
And we're here tonight to talk to you guys about turning your ideas into a profitable business. So we're going to just get straight to it because we have a short amount of time. And this webinar is going to be very informal. Zakia and I have lots of conversations about entrepreneurship and business all the time. And basically, we're going to talk through it a little bit tonight in hopes that you walk away. Thank you to whoever's watching live. If you're here, chime in and say hello. So with the intention that you walk away with some empowerment, some motivation, and hopefully some next steps to get going. So two things before we get into it is we're going to invite you to join our free business group, our Facebook group, which is called, and I forgot the name that fast, is our Launch Profit Business Cash Hustle group. And one of us will post it in here so that you guys can join it. It's a free business group. Seriously, and every day we will be posting different business tips, suggestions, ideas to help you kind of get going. It's free, no charge, but it is a group that we are trying to pull together of like-minded individuals. So we have a goal of reaching 1,000 people. So we hope that you join us there. So, let's go. Let's go. So how do you turn your ideas into a business? Zakia, I know you and I similar in this space that we have 1,000 ideas all the time running through our minds, like just all the time. How do we choose, and how do you choose which idea is the one that you should go with to turn into a business?
Evaluation and research is the first two steps that you want to take before you just start launching ventures. Business, everybody wants to jump in and just become a business owner. Well, it's a process. Successful business take a lot of time, money, and energy. And in an effort to not waste a bunch of it, what people should primarily focus on is doing the proactive work up front. So what you want to do is become a Google expert. Google is the best search engine on the planet at this particular time. So you want to make sure you know how to utilize Google. Research everything. I research probably 100 ideas a day from Google. I'm expecting Google to call me generally because I Google everything that generally comes across my mind, and it's typically a lot. So spend time researching. Look and see if there's a market for what you want to do. Make sure that there's a market for it, because it could be a great idea, but it doesn't mean it's marketable or sellable. Right. You want to make sure there is a need for what you want to offer. That's first and foremost.
That's kind of hard though, because we know there's a need for something. Like in my mind, I feel like everybody should need this particular service. Like everybody should need my book, or everybody should need my whatever my idea is. But it's like, would you say that it's hard to translate, like, okay, this is when we say need, how do we really like define need? You know what I'm saying? Like, Is it that somebody is demanding it currently and we know we can kind of meet that? Or is it something, because that, we come across people that's like, well, this is what I want to do. But it's like, yeah, but nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we like identify this is the thing that you really should be? You know what I'm saying? How do we define need? I guess is my comment question too.
I would say, as far as your need, what other people need, you have to be observant. You got to make sure that you study not only markets, but study people. Like study to see what problem you can solve for people. Right. If I, case in point, you could take something simple as a ladder. And a ladder may be used in your house to change a light bulb or whatever. Somebody will look at that ladder and say, hey, this ladder works fine. Somebody else may look at it and say, hey, I want to put wheels on it. you have to think in ways that will solve somebody's problem. Businesses that are successful generally run and they are able to maintain because they solve someone's problem. If you're solving someone's problem, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be profitable. If you're providing something that people just like, you might have a short-lived business, depending on what that item is or what that service is. We like a lot of things. We do. But that doesn't mean all of them and every idea you get is profitable. Another component of it is branding. On the case in point of the Pet Rock, bottles of water and things like that, people, they made $1 million off of Pet Rock. And
you know that fidget spinner thingamajig?
Yes. The little fidgety thing. Yeah. They're making a lot of money. I mean, it'd be the Snuggie. The Snuggie is a piece of cover with arms in it. Everybody I know wrap up with a cover. And it's so many ideas that really don't make a lot of sense. But the branding on those products make them very, very profitable. Mixed with a good business model and good business policies and operations and efficient costs and all that kind of stuff. I would say take your time, do a lot of research, become a Google expert, look up everything ×5, try to find somebody who is doing what you want to do. Don't be afraid to ask a lot of questions. And if you get rejected by somebody who's in your industry, do not, fall apart. It's going to happen. You're going to get a couple of no's. Don't feel discouraged. Just keep knocking on doors till you find someone who is doing what you want to do or have done what you're wanting to do.
Yeah. I totally agree. And I also feel like, too, even in the research stage, I feel like you also got to kind of manage research and then try something, because like some people will get into like that research, like trap, they never just something, like, so I feel like, research.
You want to measure once. I mean, you want to measure 5 times and cut once though.
Right.
So, I mean, as you're researching and discovering, you're going to see a lot of things that are going to change for you in the way that you looked at what you wanted to do.
Right.
Don't let it stagnate you, though. Don't overly. I see what you're saying. Like, I know people 2 years in and they're still researching topics for their book and they haven't written a page yet. Yeah. So, I mean, it's balance in it, too. You have to really kind of on average with Google, I would say 90 days top, depending on the topic. And then put some kind of actionable plan together.
Yeah.
Don't stop at the research, which I don't think most people will just stop at the research. I think
I met some folks.
Katrina, a lot of people who are still stuck in research really probably don't want to launch. Yeah, it might be other reasons. It's probably not just stuck on research.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because I like the idea of like research and then do something like create like a prototype or whatever, a model or whatever it is you want to do or whatever service you want to offer. I mean, it could be a product or a service, and then finding like 1-2 customers, clients that would be willing to buy it. And because sometimes that first buyer may direct what that ultimate product may eventually be. You might think it was this particular thing. And then once you get that first person to buy, you realize, oh, they really want this. Okay, let me go back and let me tweak it a little bit. Because I know that's what a lot of apps and the folks in the tech space, that's what they do. They put something out, like Be Live, like what we on right now.
Right.
So in like 3 years, this platform probably going to look completely different. Because now they testing it, they getting people to use it. But you're right, at the exact same time, they probably been researching this too, though, for 3 to 5 years. The evolution of using online webinars and stuff like that too. So yeah, it is that balance. It's like you don't want to get stuck in the research stage by not moving, but you don't want to not understand what it is that you're trying to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, once again, a lot of the information is in the book. If people can't find someone to be a mentor or someone who's doing the exact thing that they want to do, a lot of times you can find a book on it. Amazon, just, you know what I'm saying? Look up whatever topic, order everything you can possibly order in it that your budget would allow, and just start reading. A lot of the answers are already written in someone else's story. When it comes to launching businesses and things like that, you want to make sure that you not only do the research, find a mentor or find every resource possible, because a lot of the answers are going to be already written. And it's going to save you a lot of time and money, in all honesty. The books right now I'm reading, and I got a copy of, I want to show it real quick.
What is it? Hold on, put my glasses up.
Circle of Profit.
Okay. Well, who wrote that?
Anik Singhal, and the foreword is by Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad author.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is all about like email automation and stuff like that. Well, email automation is something that I've never touched.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but a business that I'm getting ready to get into that's a requirement. So you have to make sure that I don't know anything about it, but if it's going to make the venture that I'm going to jump into next run smooth, then I need to know about it. Exactly. So just order topics. I mean, it kind of gives you a shortcut. If you order certain books on certain topics, it gives you kind of like the guideline of something already done, and then I can make it my own and add my own innovation into it, and then I have something awesome.
Yeah, I like that. And it's like, by you saying that, the first thing that popped in my mind is like when people want to start a business or they want to do something, they get in that research cycle, or they won't research at all, and they get frozen because they be scared. You know, like they be scared. They become scared. I'm using my Ebonics. They become scared because they don't have the knowledge, and they don't do things like you suggest, like pick up a book.
Right.
Reading a book, it kind of like takes the pressure off when you realize, oh, it's not that bad. It is going to be hard work, obviously, but here's some instructions, here's some tools. So yeah, I think that's great. If that point that you just made of, you decided you want to go into a new venture, and now you pick up a book in that space to read to find out who's already done it successfully. Mm-hmm. So if we had to put in, I guess, steps in this particular broadcast, which we're kind of having an informal talk, but that would be it. Research, find out. And one thing I know we talk about a lot in our workshops is about, really, if you have an idea you want to turn into a business. Here you go. Hey, Tacey and Shay have joined us. If you have an idea that you want to turn into a business, it's like there's selling a product, right? Just selling something, or like how we like to say, get money. And then there's like starting a business. And I think, and we both can attest to this, that you guys starting a business is definitely challenging. It definitely has its ups and downs, and it's weird, scary places. So therefore, you have to be really clear on why you want to do this. I know we are very strong on that, and we talk about that a lot in our workshops and with our clients and with each other. Always kind of like, why is this important? Because that why is going to like carry you in those dark moments, or those. We don't want to make entrepreneurship seem like it's dreadful, because it's certainly not. But still, it has the scary places. So it's like, when you really are clear about why this is important to you, it's going to push you through the next step and make you want to make sure that you don't spend too much time researching. However, that you do research. So like, you want to make sure you do both, because that why gets clear. Let's take a moment, if you don't mind, and talk a little bit about that, about the why that's important. Like, why is having a why important?
Everything I'm reading now is the opposite of why. It's the why not.
Ooh.
So for 2018, we're going to focus on the why not. Why not start a business? Okay, so we're going to switch it a little bit.
I love it.
Everybody's like, hey, your why, you should know why, but sometimes you don't know why. But let's think about your why not. Your why not is because, why not? You have nothing else. You have nothing else that drives you. You have nothing else that ignites your passion. So for 2018, like, my whole mantra is like, why not? Why not me? Why not this space and time? Why not this amount of money? Why not this trip? Why not, this legacy for my family? So I would test to say to people, let's focus on your why not 2018. Let's change it up, switch it up. We beat your why to death.
Yes.
We really have. We have. It's like discover your why. Your why. Well, that's easy to say if you know your why, but if you don't know your why, it kind of puts you in a space. Why not is the question. Why not?
Why aren't you
Have
deserving
financial
of help?
freedom.
Right. I like how you flipped that there. I like how you flipped it on me.
Let's talk about why not. We do things different. We switch the paradigm. We changing up the way things flow. Let's switch it, man. Different things is for different people.
Yeah.
We're in a space and time where we have access to technology, software, the internet. This has not always been the case. Everything we need to know generally is available somewhere with a little bit of research and being resourceful. So it's really like, why not?
Why not?
That's my t-shirt. Maybe I'll brand that. Why not?
Yes. Why not? Why not? And then you're right. That why not can lead you to your big why. Like, okay, now you like, well, wait, why shouldn't I be rich and wealthy? We talk about that like all the time.
All the time. Why not? Why not you?
Why not you?
Why not?
Oh man, I was tonight I had to do something and that was the big question. Like, well, why should we not be in this space or with this group or talking to these people or making these deals? Why shouldn't we be thinking about dreaming big? I know we are a group where we have a strong faith and faith in God, and unashamedly, we don't have a problem admitting that. It's
right.
And we were talking the other day about the sermon I shared about about God created the tree. He didn't create the chair or the house.
Right.
He created the tree. So without getting all into that space too deep, but sticking with business, we have the ability to create whatever we want. So why shouldn't we? Why not? Why, if you have a desire to have a business, should you think that you should just stick to having a 9 to 5 forever? If that's not truly what you desire, that, or if you just simply want to create a product and sell it and make a lot of money and still keep your job, if that's what you want to do, why not that either? Why, if that's what you desire for yourself, whatever it is that you want, you should be able to have it. Why not? So I like that.
Yeah, why not? Why not win? Why not be great? Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? What we waiting on? I mean, it comes to a point where your excuses have got to just be laid down.
Yeah.
Business is a process. It definitely is a lifestyle. It's not for the faint at heart.
Yeah.
But if it's something inside of you that is driving you and you can't stop thinking about owning your own business, the time is now.
The time is now. We are and speaking of the time being now, we are 18 minutes in, and I think we legitimately have 20 minutes. So I'm going to just shift gears just a little bit and just invite any and everyone who's either watching us live or if you're watching the replay of this to stay connected with Zakia and myself, because again, this is what the Launch Project is about. We are and have helped people launch their own businesses. And we have a goal for 2018, the why not goal of helping 100 people minimum. I feel like 100 is actually kind of low, the key. I don't know.
Right.
But I think
it is
100, come on. If we can help 100 people launch their business or launch their dream or launch their product or whatever it is you're trying to do financially or, for yourself, we want to support you in that. So to get in that space, join. I'm going to post the link to the group. We have a free Facebook group. It's free. And shout out to Tacey Small, who's our social media assistant. Thank you, Tacey.
Welcome, Tacey.
That's the link, the Launch Project. You can type it in just like that in Facebook. Cash, Hustle, and Profit. It's a free group. And for the most part, every single day we have topics that we're kind of focusing on, engaging you to participate in the group, and we will be doing free sporadic pop-up lives inside of that group to engage you and to help you get your business and your ideas going. So it's the Launch Project, Cash, Hustle, and Profit, and it's free. Join now and share it. Second thing is, I'm gonna take this off because it's cutting your face off. We got to see your face. The second thing is we've shifted our workshops to be mastermind groups. So now we're kind of honing in. We've been doing workshops in the Wilmington, North Carolina area for about 4 months now, I think, or 3 or 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're shifting gears. So now we're doing mastermind groups. We're getting more intense. We're taking small groups of people at a time to really work through. And we have a monthly mastermind group. The next one, November 18th at 10 a.m. And if you join inside of the free business group, we'll post locations and all of the other details will be inside of there. There is a fee for it. It's $20, and we have a limited number of spaces available. But in those groups, if you're in the Wilmington area, we have a comment real quick too. If you're in the Wilmington area, please join the group so you can get details. Tacey Small says, my pleasure, ladies. She's on the launch team. I don't know if you can see the comments, Zakia.
Thank you. I can.
You can't? Okay. And then Shay Simmons, he chimed in and he says, I want to say thank you both for helping me build my brand. You're welcome, sir.
It was a pleasure, Shay.
Yes. And Shay's brand is Good Vibes Only and SOS Entertainment. But Good Vibes Only is he's been a launch client and we've been working with him. So it's our pleasure to support. So join the group, get in with us. And I guess we're going to keep going till they kick us out. I don't know.
Right.
As long as we got those 2 plugs in. But please share this video as well to different people on your page. This is the season, like Zakia said, of why not. If you have any comments too, since this video is still going to be present, please, you can type your comments in under this video. One of us will see it and certainly will reply without any problem at all. But this group is this work that we're doing is for us. It's for us, any of us who have dreams and we're sitting on them and we know that we got to move on them, and we are giving you the tools to help you. So you got any other tools or tips or strategies you want to drop in?
Well, how many minutes we got? 2 minutes?
I don't know. They
30 seconds. Listen, why not be great? This is the time. This is the season. Get unstuck. Stop thinking of all the reasons why you haven't done anything, and let's get moving. You got a group of people. We're 2 homegirls who pretty much come from similar backgrounds. Every reason why you can think of, really would not have made it, that has been on our plate. So yeah. I just want to reach out to people in Wilmington and say, it is the time now. This is the economy now. You're in the right place. Wilmington is a great city for opportunities. There's a lot going on there. It's just your circle. It's the people that you're around. And I know it's not easy to always get around positive people when you are in a smaller town, but come join us. Come check us out. The mastermind groups are very, very informative, and we're going to work through your individual plan with you. So it's definitely worth your time and energy. And if you're serious and you're ready to be committed to the process, come on and let's go.
Well said. Yes, perfectly said. So you got an idea? Research your idea, and don't be afraid to start small, to just go. Once you've gotten some good research going, create a prototype, create a version of it to get tested, to get a customer, get your first customer, get 1 person, 2 people that's willing to buy, test, and try out the product to help you kind of refine it. The worst thing you can do is just sit on the idea and just not move on it. Failure, I think, is a matter of not moving, just not being willing to try. If you're willing to try, something's going to happen. You're going to learn something at minimum. If you're not as successful as you want to be, at minimum, you're going to learn something about yourself. And so how to turn your idea into a business. If you were thinking we were going to tell you, get an articles of incorporation or get your tax ID number, we do go through that. But before all of that, it's the mind. It's the mind. You have to know your why not. Mm-hmm. You have to know your why not that leads to your why, because that's going to drive you. That's going to support you in building a brand. Shout out again to Good Vibes Only, and building an actual brand that you can take that brand and do something else with it. That is, and it helps people understand as well, why you should be able to take control over your financial picture, your life. You know, it's more, and it should be in our own control and not in someone else's control. Another point I was going to make real quick, just to reiterate again, of turning your idea into a business, is to don't be afraid to start small again, but also realize some ideas doesn't not necessarily need to become an actual business. You can create a product, an idea, get a few people to buy it from you and sell it to somebody else and make your money from it and walk away. People have done that. The guy that I met the guy that made the what's the water gun thing? The Super Soaker.
Super Soaker, yeah.
He sold it. Now I don't think he got all the money he deserved to get from it, I believe. But he made this product, sold it, got the money he did, and fine. If he's not interested in being a business owner, that's not necessarily his plan. But he had an idea.
Actually, Katrina, 1 second. He's an inventor, and he has an invention lab in Atlanta, by the way.
Is he still inventing?
Yeah, he creates a line of different products. That was just one of his products. He creates. Wow. We need to pull his name real quick. I don't remember it right offhand, but he has a lab where he creates. He has an innovation lab.
I love it. I love it. So many ways to get moving on something. You know, having an idea, being an idea factory, being an invention lab. But and then, you know, here's another thing too that came across my Instagram feed as well as we kind of close out. Google just assigned $1 million. I don't know if you saw that today, to invest in Black males in tech. They just put $1 million aside for that. And the first thing that popped in my mind is our communities meaning our African American communities, and oftentimes in more of the inner city type environment where tech and STEM type information and education is not pushed. Sometimes it's present in the school, but it's not pushed. And so there's a lot of kids, I think, that play video games all day long, that are always on their phone, that mastered social media, that have ideas for things, but they don't have the accessibility of the funds or the education or someone willing to invest in them to be able to take those ideas and turn them to an actual product that they can sell and make money from, or, you know, start a business. And so I bring that up to say that there's so much talent in our communities, and we have to tap into them. Mm-hmm. We have to tap into what's there. And if you're sitting on an idea, tap into it, discover what you can do with it, do some research, attend a launch project workshop, mm-hmm. so that you can actually know what's required out of you mentally and also as far as tools to get going. So that's all I got tonight.
Okay, I had to research the person's name real quick, but his name is Lonnie Johnson. Is his name?
I'm gonna type that in.
Lonnie Johnson.
I feel like I met him at like a conference or something, and he created the Super Soaker, right?
He did, and it's 72.9. Yeah, he wound up getting paid. Side note, from the proceeds of the sale of the Super Soaker, they had to go back and pay him like 72 million. Yeah, it's a lot. It was a lot of stories about. I think he wound up getting paid in like 2013 from selling it to Hasbro or something. So yeah. Wilmington, let's get moving, man. Let's get moving. It's time. It's now. The time is now. I'm super excited. Me and Katrina, we're like super down to earth, and we your regular around the way girls. But at the same time, we do have the background in the history to create brands and businesses. Because I know, people may look at us, Katrina, and say, well, who are they? And what gives them, the resume to jump in and kind of help people on this big mission. But the truth of the matter is we built 6- and 7-figure businesses from scratch. So we don't have to discuss our resume here, but we've done it. And the best part about it is we are gifted and feel privileged to help other people do the same thing. I mean, it's both of our passion. It's definitely what we were born to do. And we want to see people win unapologetically. We want to see people win. I mean, it's not men, women, children, whoever's interested in launching a business. We roll our sleeves up and we get all the way in there with you. We really do. And we deal with mind, body, spiritual, and all of the things from funding to Katrina was saying, your EIN number, which bank account is the best business friendly for a small business owner, business license. We can even show you who to get your business insurance from, just a wide gamut. Payroll. We pretty much wore 25 different hats.
Yeah.
In a whole lot of different startups, and started our own businesses and working on projects as we speak, from app building to everything. So if we can do it, you guys can definitely do it. And we're not just talking, we saying it's real, literally.
Yes. Thank you, Tacey. She just said that's what it's all about. Launch 100 in 2018.
Absolutely. I'm game for it.
Yes.
I'll stay up 24 hours. We have to outwork Jay Morrison. He said you got to outwork the work. So pretty much you got to work. It takes a lot to win. It does, and it's not for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody have any questions? Anything? If you have it now or later, you can still pop them into the replay, and we'll pop in. As you're coming up with your questions, just really quick about the Launch 100 2018. Our goal is to launch and help 100 people launch their business or ideas. So again, join the free business group so that you can learn more about it. Definitely attend our mastermind group, and we'll post registration information inside the group. We need you in the group. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions. We're gonna maybe hang out for another minute or two and just see if anybody pops up with questions. I'm gonna check the actual Facebook page because sometimes there's a delay. Oh, I see some folks are chiming in on Facebook.
Okay, and I'll look from my phone in, I guess, so we can see them.
Oh, thank you. We have, is it Telly's Graves? Am I saying your name right? If I didn't say your name right, forgive me. But Telly's Graves says, great info, Queen. He said he also just posted joining now. Thanks a million. Thank you. Thank you for joining the group. Share it with everybody.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you. He said joining now. Thanks a million. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, share it. Yes. Okay, I said it right. Okay, thank you. So it's Telly's Graves. And actually, Telly's, I think I saw you have a page, right? You do health screens in Myrtle Beach, I saw. Is that correct? Can you tell us real quick about your business? If you can just type in, or if you don't even mind, you can post a link to your page inside the comments.
Absolutely.
He I think he has like a health screening company, Zakia,
okay.
in Myrtle.
Great. Yeah. In Myrtle Beach too. Awesome.
There's a lot going on in Wilmington, and just to kind of bring it back to Wilmington again, there's a lot going on in the city. There's a lot of economic development happening. Hotels are being built. Just to put it in perspective for people, and we're using Wilmington as just kind of like a model, but this is probably relevant to a lot of cities. But there's a lot going on in Wilmington. Construction, hotels are being built. Apartments, just so much going on. And a lot of times people within the inner city do not know what's happening in the outer parts of the city. And there's so much going on that we can take advantage of, that your ideas have customers that are waiting to be serviced by them. And so the difference is your research and plugging yourself in. Research and networking. That might be another piece to a component as well, to turning your ideas into a business. Being willing to put yourself out there to see, connect with people. Actually, you did say that earlier. Connect with people who are doing what you're doing. It's a lot going on. There's so many different ways that you can get your business out there it's more than one way to get your idea out there, is what I'm saying. You can find a customer in different segments. If you have a cleaning business, you can do commercial cleaning, residential, you can do real estate. You can do you can do schools, you can do so much with just that one service. If you do cupcakes, you may want to find a niche of who is really wanting cupcakes. Maybe you only do weddings, or maybe you only do kids, that sort of thing. So it's more than one way to get your ideas out there. And Wilmington has a lot going on. The biggest problem is that a lot of people don't know what's going on. They're not connected. but you got to put yourself out there. Tellys Gray says his business is called Health First MB.
Okay.
Health First MB. Okay, cool. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. And we'll if you have the link to your page, post it in the comments so other folks can follow you. And if anybody has a Facebook page for your company, post it in the comments so that other people can follow you. Please do. All right, y'all, we've been here for 30 minutes. So, Zakia, do you have any parting words?
No, I think we pretty much said enough. We don't want to over inundate everybody with a whole lot of information. You want to launch your business, launch your potential. Don't be afraid. You have people and partnerships that's in place, that's ready. It's programs in your area available. Get connected and let's get going.
Amen. And there it is. Thank y'all for joining us. Share the page, share the video, and we'll let you know when the next webinar is coming up.
Okay. Thank you, guys.